Welcome back to the shop. This is a little 4x4 piece of sycamore, 4x4 by I think 2.5, 3. I tried that platter a while back. It turned pretty good, pretty nice. So I've got 3 or 4 more pieces of this, about this thickness, and about this pretty much square. I've got another one that's a little more oblong that I'd probably just have to cut to do with it. But we're going to start on this, see where we can get going. This is a small project. I had another one on the lathe that I was working on. It was a piece of burl, box elder burl, and I got the outside turned. I got it pretty, and the inside, it was punky on the outside, but as punky as it was on the outside, it was even worse on the inside. And I could not, I don't know how, it's also very deep. It's 7 inches deep, and I don't have the reach for it. So I had to take it off and set it aside because I don't know how I'm going to get it finished off on the inside or how I'm going to get it sanded. Maybe one day I'll show you the project and let you see if anyone can come up with a solution for me. Anyway, this is what we're going to do today. Got it mounted up on the lathe as usual with the worm screw. And let me get my helmet and shield and tools out and we'll get started. Tried something a little different. I sanded to 320 and then I used the abrasive pads on it to see what kind of finish I could get that way. And it's pretty much just as good as I get with the 400. This has got some funny, pretty grain in it. I'm a little concerned. This may be a little small. This wants to flake. And the fact that it wants to flake tells me that this may not work. But we're here, so we're going to give it a try. So I guess it's sanded up, Axe abrasive paste. And then we're going to use the polishing paste afterwards on it. One of my fellow turners was asking me about that, and I said, well, I kind of like the gold tint that I get out of the Howard feed and wax, but I don't know that I need it on this one. So we're gonna see if we can forego it. As always, we'll buff this out and then we'll put the finishing wax on it. Go from there. All right, let me get this turned around and we'll start hollowing. I got some spalting in here. Got some good chatoyance in it. Not to see if you're seeing that from your angle, but yeah. Let me turn it around, put it on the bottom here, and I'm going to test it pretty good because while it's still flat on the top with the screw, I can put it back on and redo the bottom if I need to. I may have to put a tenon on this, but we'll see. We're going to try and get it turned around. Sometimes I just don't like being right. It was fine. It was holding. It's still holding, in fact. It's still on there. Pretty good. But I think the minute I start trying to hollow this out, it's going to come flying off. So, not sure what to do. I think we'll proceed and see if it'll let me do it, because I haven't filmed something flying off the lathe in quite a while. So we'll go with that. Just for informational purposes, we've got this done, and I know you're all wondering about this big crack in the side here. Well, I intend to, when I get this sanded and finished, I'm going to turn it around on my coal jaws, and we're going to remove that mortise off the bottom of it. And I think, and I've got I left a little space in here so I can take it down and concave it a little bit, make it nice and pretty. And I think we'll do the good that way. But I think that's how we're going to do it. But it did work. It slipped and it slid, but we're at the sanding stage. So I'm going to go ahead and sand it, and then we'll go from there. Just like the outside, sand it up to 320, and then the abrasive pads on it. And now we're going to use some abrasive paste on it and go from there. I said, when we're done with this, I'm going to turn it around and remove the bottom on it so that crack goes away. And I'll have to do a little fine work here. Did a good job with the glue, but there's a little white here. So I'll just do a little probably just use the abrasive paste on it again. I think that'll be enough to get it going where I want to go. So All right, I'm going to take this off, put my cold jaw on. I got to fit everything in, so I'll just bring you back when I've got it fitted to the cold jaw, and then we'll worry the bottom off of it. All right, I'm gonna sand this up and put some finish on it, and I'll bring you back when we're done for the final comments. Thank you. Well, another one in the books. This is Sycamore. I will put some finish on the bottom. I just love that pattern as soon as I get my emblem burned in here. It's a little under 3 inches tall and a little over 4 inches wide at the top. The bottom is still a little thick, but whenever I make something that's like that, I want it stable. So I try to keep the bottom a little thicker so that it doesn't want to turn over. I made out of a small piece of burl, I made a toothpick holder, and I cuss it every time I get near it because it just falls over because I made it too thin on the bottom and it won't stand up. So I don't like it. But quick, nice, easy little piece. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Please leave a comment, leave a like. I respond to all comments, and if you feel the need, share. But until next time, we'll see you later.